What's good, people? It's your man Animal Brown checking in. Welcome to another episode of With That Being Said, alright? It's the only hip-hop game show where you get points for your hot takes, alright? Now, do me a favor, before I introduce you to my people on the show today, make sure you click the subscribe button and like, and leave a comment, man, who you agree with, who you didn't agree with, alright? Do that right now. Cool, that's out the way. Now, let me introduce you to my people. I got Bougie Brother Sean in the building, and I got my man Premier here, all right? You know how we get down. We got 7 topics. You get a point for each debate that you win. Whoever has the most points at the end wins the game. It's that simple, all right? Now, let's not waste any time. Let's get straight to Cardi B. She had a sit down with Bernie Sanders, all right? She's been a little bit more political lately, making her stands known against what 4 or 5 has going on in the office. Now, my question to you, will Cardi B's influence give Bernie that push needed to get into the office, Sean?
To get into the office, I don't know about the office, but it's definitely have a chance of getting him to the final candidates, so to speak, maybe the last 2. Not getting too hard into the political realm, but you know, Kamala Harris is one of the names that's really ringing out here that everyone, you know, want to see. Might not be my favorite, but I do believe that Bernie will be able to compete with her, but I don't know about getting the chair.
Yeah, Premier, how much is a hip-hop cosign worth to a politician nowadays?
It's huge. I think Cardi B, what she's doing right now is 1, a good thing, and 2, a lot of the youth are gonna follow her. They're gonna look at it. Her opinion is gonna mean a lot. So it's a good look for Bernie Sanders for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I got to remember now, we tried this last go round with Pusha T and Hillary Clinton, and things went a little bit sideways. So realistically, Sean, can you see anyone else maybe chiming in and backing a Bernie? Because like Killer Mike did that last go round as well, and that didn't work as well. What makes this one a little bit different?
Nothing at all. See, the catch is about it is that just because you're vouching for him don't mean I'm going to step outside of my house, step outside of my phone, and go vote for this guy. Now, if it was just on my phone, yeah, it'll be a whole lot easier for these youth to come out there and do the votes. But if you're trying to get them to come out of their house, go out of their regular norm, to go step outside, to go vote for Bernie, yeah. So hip-hop, it looks nice, it's a good show, but I don't think it'll actually accumulate to the votes that is needed.
So we got the pessimistic view from Sean today. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling yours as well. I don't think that, look, if it was as simple as Instagram likes, then yeah, Cardi B would have Bernie voted in tomorrow.
Right.
But it's not that simple. The action has to come with it, and I just don't know if they're gonna be motivated enough to do that on top of it. Sean, I'm gonna give you the point, although I'm traditionally an optimist, like my man Premier was saying, he's feeling good about it. But this particular one, I don't know about this one. It's going to be a stretch. But anybody other than 4-5 is at least a little bit of a W. So, hey, shout out to Cardi for doing her thing, all right? Now, let's go overseas with it. A$AP Rocky, he is now home. He was, of course, being held in Sweden for an altercation between him, his bodyguard, and an overzealous fan. By now, we've all seen the video. Now, we saw Future overseas in Spain, I believe, near the airport. His bodyguard got knocked out by another fan that was wilding out. Premier, I'm going to ask you, what type of measures can big rappers take from, avoiding situations with fans?
Have to do a better job of security. You make the money, pay them. There's security that you can hire overseas that's already there. You can bring them with you. Bigger guys you got around you. Keep them crazy fans away from you, these clout chasing fans.
Yeah, Sean, man, what can they do, man, to keep these trolls from attack when trolls attack?
I just think they need to have a bigger crew. Maybe, like you said, have a little bit more security. With these days, hip hop is the leading genre, and everything is going towards hip hop. If you even look like a hip hop artist, I'm sure they're gonna try to get around you, jump on you, take some pictures, and say, "Hey, you look like Sway Lee." So, it's a real touchy subject. We talked about it in a lot of the previous episodes. Ubering is really good. Instacart would be really nice if you could just find a way to stick to the basis of having your security with you, or just not going out while you overseas. It sucks, but in these times, these fans are just trying to chase a like.
Clearly, they out for the clout. You know how that they do anything for clout, as the great Offset once said. Premier, let me ask you: if you're an artist, are you thinking twice about taking that overseas bag?
Thinking twice? No. You got to get to the money. And if my career is hip hop, I got to be there to do it. Only thing you got to think twice about is making sure that you have your security tight or more people with you, and maybe double checking where you're gonna be at. Playing your route is what I'm trying to say.
No doubt.
Before you just step out.
Sean, are you thinking twice? Dave V said he's turning down $100,000 to go overseas now.
Yeah. I'm turning down a few places. I don't know about London, but definitely Sweden. Iceland. Little corny, little cheesy places like that. They got enough vibe already. $100,000, no. $300,000, I'll consider it.
Jesus.
$500,000, call my number. But yeah, it's a touchy subject. I don't think money equivalates to my peace, my safety. Maybe I can't afford 300-pound guys that's going to surround me, so, it just depends on the type of money that you're bringing in to be able to bring that type of security with you.
Man, listen, I am on Premier's side. You just got to take better measures. That's all. Charge more. They give you the fee and then take a little bit of that cut and then put that towards security. That's it. Get you big 2 offensive linemen from the Buffalo Bills and have them walk up to you and just have them on alert. That's all. So I'm with you on that, Premier. Just spend that extra couple of ducats and have 2 big ass extra security guards. And trust me, this won't happen again. Period. And once we see one fan get knocked out by that security guard on video, that'll put a wrap to all of this shit. Let's also remember that. Pay somebody to knock somebody out is the moral of the story. Moving on, man. So it's 1-1 going into the topic number 3. We're going back to L.A. Nipsey, the Nipsey Tower. We're allegedly getting a Nipsey Tower where the Marathon store was, but they're getting a little bit of pushback from L.A. County Police because of some of the gang affiliations in the neighborhood. My question, Sean, will we ever see this come to fruition?
I think so. It's too many people that is backing Nipsey. With this sudden death that just happened with him in his life and the troubles that his family's going through, I don't think there's no way to stop having this tower up. With Jay-Z backing him, with Dre backing him, with Diddy backing him, with Trey the Truth backing him, with T.I. backing him. It's going to be real hard for us not to see this tower get complete.
Premier, will we ever see the Nipsey Tower in L.A.?
I hope so. R.I.P. Nip Hussle, man, first of all. But I hope so. A lot of times these logistical situations can tie things up, so it might take a little longer. Mm-hmm. But with the backing that he has and the support he has, I truly, truly hope so. I don't want to be a negative about this one, so yeah, I hope so.
Yeah, and here's the thing. Here's the question. People, they closed the Marathon store. And people feel like with his passing, that put a halt to a lot of the progress in that area. The question, Sean, where do you see his legacy continuing? Because he had a lot of things planned. He had the STEM situation set up. Do you see that stuff coming to a halt altogether? Or will that push that you mentioned from these celebrities be enough to keep all of those moving parts going?
Well, for me, I really believe that they wasn't going to put this tower together. I believe that once they shut down the pavilion, it was pretty much a wrap. But with them continuing the construction on to this, I believe it's pretty endless. The backing, again, that Nipsey has, they're going to make sure everything follows through. The Puma deal, the Puma clothing line is right around the corner. They already announced that they were going to be pushing that out. So I believe with the Vector 90, that's not going anywhere. And anything that Nipsey had his name on previously to him being here is like holding extra value.
Yeah.
It's like gold now, basically.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, man. Bro, the push that he's got, and it's going to take a lot.
Yes.
Because, again, I give Premier this, they're going to try to delay it. We already know that. But I'm going to lean a little bit on the side of Sean because with those heavy hitters and all of those things that he had going on, this won't go swept under the rug under our watch. So shout out to Hove, shout out to T.I., all those people involved, his brother, Black Sam. they're going to do whatever it takes to get these things like here to still get put up, man. And I'm definitely here for it, man. I gotta give you that. But we all optimistic. We all agree we're optimistic, and we hope that shit happens for sure. Now it's 2-1 going into the break. Don't go nowhere. We gotta pay some bills, all right?
Hey, bro, I see your beard been growing. What you been using?
Hey, what maestro?
Hi, I'm using Coles by nature. It's all in my bed. I like how I feel, and it coming like 4 different flavors. I see that it's growing and it's looking healthy, man. You make me feel like a baby. I'm trying to get like you, man. Stop it. No, for real, man. I gotta go cop it. So tell me a little more about it. You know I got you, cause you gotta try it. I'm black on business and they rockin'. At Coles by nature, go follow. You start with the cleanse it and wash it. And next you gon' need to detox it. And then it's the oils, the butter, and they even got beard and face moisturizer. I play.
We are back. With that being said, got my man Premier, got my man Big Bougie Brother Sean in the building. It's time for good look, bad look, no look. Now, I'm sure all of y'all saw the Tyler, the Creator freestyle on Hot 97 with Funk Flex. It certainly caught him off guard. My question, Premier, is that a good look, bad look, or no look, that Tyler freestyle with some of the shit he was saying?
Anytime a rapper is freestyling, man, I'm all for it. So it's always a good look. I know it got weird. I know some things in there. Flex was even, eye raising that. But anytime an artist is being an artist, especially when it comes to freestyles, that is the epitome of a rapper. So it's a good look. All
right. Tyler, the Creator, good look, bad look, no look, man. What you think, Sean?
I think a freestyle that makes people uncomfortable to the T where, they want to say something. I'm definitely going to have to give that a no look. I believe artistry is great. No, but when you're, it's almost like a tranny hitting on a person, and you can see that they're uncomfortable with it, but they still do it. So, because it was a black person and because it was all cute and games and it was a freestyle, they kind of brushed it under the rug. But low key, man, that was kind of disrespectful.
Did you feel like that? What if, Premier? What if you were Flex? And you were up there, and Tyler and Creator threw your name in a freestyle like that? Would you take that personally?
Definitely. I mean, I can see why you would take it personally, but at the same time, if you invite an artist on your show, that whole freedom of speech type thing is a creative has the right to be creative, and sometimes it can get weird and uncomfortable. You see that with Flex. I've never been through that before. I can see why you would say, it could be disrespectful in a way, but you're opening up your doors to that artist to be an artist. And I mean, you want to silence the artist now? Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, hey, listen, that's a fair point. I'm not going to lie, as uncomfortable as it was to watch, it was even funnier. That shit was hilarious. I'm not going to lie, I laughed out loud. Flex's reaction was priceless. The whole thing was priceless. I wouldn't have even checked for it if it wasn't for everybody talking about it. So I got a good laugh out of it, and anything that makes me laugh, I'm here for. So I'm with you, Premier, on it. It was entertaining, and shit, he was freestyling. Like, hey, whether he was trolling or not, we know how Tyler gets down. This is nothing new. I thought that shit was hella funny. I'm giving this point to Premier because I thought that shit was funny. Sean, you gotta relax a little bit.
Yeah,
you got chill out. You got chill out. But no, check that shit again. It was hilarious. All right, moving on. And it's 2-2, even up right now. Let's talk Drake. He dropped a project full of loosies and kind of B-side joints that had come out over these last 10 or so years. It was called Care Package, and surprise to no one, it went number 1. Continuing his streak, he has been on a roll. Tell me though, Sean, how much longer can Drake put out music and keep hitting that number 1 spot?
I just seen his numbers. He put up 109 units or buys this past week. I think that's unbelievable. He's pretty much one of the only ones that can still do that in this era, in this streaming era. That's platinum, so I don't think it's gonna stop anytime soon. He's throwing out old albums and old projects and old mixtapes, and they're going number 1. So that it's right now it's impossible for him not to be number 1. And I really just root. I got to commend him, man. You got to give him the respect he deserves.
Absolutely. Premier, how you feel about that? How much longer he got in this streak?
I'm gonna say it like the kid in the Sandlot said. Forever. He can do it forever. The guy has the golden Midas touch. He can do whatever he wants. He has a whole country backing him. So I don't see this streak slowing down. When he retires, maybe, if he could put out his old joints and it's going to trend like that and hit like that, and he can still go platinum with old songs that people probably already downloaded before, but he just put a new title on it, it's unstoppable, man. These guys are an unstoppable force.
Yeah, you guys are both saying the same thing, but Premier threw in the movie reference. That's going to give me airtime, all right? He threw the old school throwback Sandlot movie reference. He gets the point for that. Sean, throw in some more movies in your topics, and then I might rock with you. But y'all are both correct. He's cooking with hot grease right now. He can do no wrong. I'm sure he's actually been in the news so much this year without putting out a legitimate project on his own. His team don't win a damn chip. You know what I mean? He's putting out this care package. He's hopping on other people's records. He's keeping himself relevant without forcing any music. So anytime you can do that, like you playing with house money at this point. So and having a whole country behind you doesn't hurt. All right. Now we moving on. That's 3-2. Premier has taken the lead. We're gonna stick with this Drake project and talk about a song that he had featuring J.Cole. And I'm gonna read you some of the lyrics that a controversial bar on the Jodeci Freestyle. Cole said, "Go check the numbers, dummy. That's me getting started. I'm artistic, you niggas autistic, retarded." Ooh, end quote. Bars, all right? Now, he immediately apologized for the statement, and actually on his re-release, they blanked out that final bar. Let me ask you, Premier, was that fair or foul that they removed the bar from the song?
I think it's kind of foul. I don't know behind the scenes if maybe there's a charity that's being supported that the bars had to be removed because of that, for those reasons. I don't know. But I think it's kind of whack that you would take those bars out that are that fire and that hot. I mean, once again, a creative is being an artist. He found a way to say something in a different way that a normal person may think about it. So I like it. I like the bar. I hate the fact that they took it out, unless it's for like a good legal reason.
All right, Sean, how you feel about them taking the bar out, man?
Man, I believe they did right in these times when you have the president grabbing pussies and you're getting cussed out like Rick Ross, getting cussed out for putting pills in drinks. It's only necessary. Just because you're J. Cole don't mean that you're not part of that realm. I'm sorry. We're just in these times. If you talk about women, you talk about kids, you talk about retarded folks, you talk about retarded people, it's not gonna fly. So unfortunately, yeah, them bars was hot. I was a little disappointed that they took the bars out too. But that's just the way the world is right now. We just gotta kind of roll with the punches. That's why J. Cole, immediately apologized. He knows what times we're in. Yeah,
Sean, I gotta agree, man. That song is dumb old. You know what I mean? He was hella young when he recorded it. And you want to be safe than sorry. Like, you never know what, well, I'm not gonna say you never know. You kind of have an idea of what may offend a group of people in 2019. And if you can get ahead of that and, and kind of a simple edit to that song, that gets a lot of trouble out of your way. So that's a smart move, in my opinion, on their part. Sean, I got to give you that one. It is tied up 3-3. We're going into a break before we get to this last topic. Let's pay some bills and we're going to close it out, all right? All right, we are back. With that being said, our final round. It is tied up 3-3 going into this final joint. Question, we're talking Drake again. He's killing it right now, obviously. He's got a new joint. Actually, this is Chris Brown's joint featuring Drake. It's called No Guidance. It's bubbling up right now. It's off of Chris Brown's 52-track album that he dropped the other day. Premier, what is the hit potential of this record right here? Where do you see this doing this summer?
It's a hot track. There's been a lot of music that came out this summer alone, this whole year. So I don't know if it's going to end up being the hottest song of the summer. With the Migos putting out music, Khaled, there's been a lot of different artists. I don't know if it's going to be the hottest song of the summer, but it's definitely a fire song.
All right, Sean, do you see Drake maybe having back-to-back song of the summer like what he did last year?
No question. God's Plan was easily one of the best songs of the year. This is easily, no question, the best song of the year. If this doesn't get single of the year, it's a controversy. It's tobacco. It's blasphemy. It's blasphemy. Lil Nas X song was, it was cute. You know, it was nice for the kids. You know, you can play it in the circle. In the circus. You can play it while you're at Six Flags. But that No Guidance, oh man, you can put that in rotation and go to sleep to it, wake up in the morning and still drive to work to it. So, you know, just the combination of Drake and Chris Brown and the video and just the chemistry that they had and Drake being funny and it just all fit. It was all perfect and it was all needed with Meg Thee Stallion teaming up with all of the women and Drake, you know, getting all his beefs, squashing all his beefs. It's perfect, man. It's timely, man. I can definitely see him winning another 13 Billboard Awards just off of this song with Chris Brown.
Yeah, and listen, you came out the gate stumbling a little bit because God's Plan wasn't the song of the summer. It was In My Feelings. That was the song of the summer last year.
Okay.
But you gave Drake some props, so you made up for that because you know I'm here for that all day, every day. So anytime we bigging up Drake, the Sixth God, Aubrey, I'm here for it. That's an easy way to get a point from me. And that point gets you the game. 4-3, you win. Bougie Brother Sean, take us out.
Yeah, appreciate y'all for showing up, you know, tuning in, man. I'm going to be here. I'm not going nowhere. And if y'all want to, man, make sure y'all go subscribe like my homie said. And then make sure y'all go follow me on Bougie Brother Sean. We'll be here, man. Make sure y'all stick around.
There it is, man. Hey, listen, I'm your host, Animal Brown. On behalf of my guys, Premier and Bougie Brother Sean, we'll see y'all next time. Peace.